Hi crafters, this is Crafty Sabby and I'm back today to share a journal with you. I just finished it but before we get into that, I just wanted to say that I hope you guys are all staying safe and doing well. Everybody here is okay, so thank goodness for that. So I hope the same for you and your families. So I was watching a video from Sigita of Sigitascoffeestains, and she was creating some what she's calling faux image transfer skins, and I just totally got addicted to the whole look of what she was trying to accomplish. So this is what I'm talking about. This is a photograph of this gentleman here. So Sigita made a photograph, I guess, that she would have printed. I printed mine off of, just off of Google, really. I just keyed in, you know, old vintage photos, whatever, and then printed off some of the ones that I liked. Sort of went through the process that she shows, a perfect tutorial on how to achieve this more vintage look with this sort of skin, as she calls it, over top of the photograph. So I can just show you quickly what I'm talking about here. So I just printed off some photographs or pictures and things that oops, that's a blank piece of paper. So something like these. There's some family photographs here. And then I used Mod Podge, and so I put a coat on top of the photograph. And then I used some of my pattern paper, and you put a layer of this on top of your photograph, and then I used some glossy Mod Podge on top of that, and lots of ink around the edges, and was able to achieve this beautiful look. It's a very smart idea if you're looking for that sort of real vintage feel for your journals. And so here are just a couple of samples of what I did. So there's a photograph, and then just doing some layering with that transfer paper, and they come out so beautifully. I backed them on some coffee stained paper, and sorry about that glare, and I just did the stitching and inking around the edges, and they're so cute. I love the way they look. They all turn out differently too, just, you know, because of maybe the sort of picture that or the color that it printed out, but they're just gorgeous. Love them. Some of them get a little bit more difficult to see, the people, if it just depends on, like what I said, if your actual photograph starts off a little dark, then obviously this is going to be a little dark. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that. If anybody's interested, I mean, I can show you how I did mine, but like I said, I can link Sigita's video down below, and it's a great tutorial. So she's a clever, talented artist, that's for sure. So for the actual cover of my book, I used one of these bags. I don't really make too many paper bag journals, but I thought I'd give it a go, and I just like the feel of it. And once you Mod Podge it, and I put a piece of paper over top, you get this kind of leathery feel, and I thought it went quite well with the photograph I chose for this. So this is kind of leans on the masculine side of things, I think. The colors are very muted and natural. So there's just a bit of burlap back there. I did put a flower on there just to tie in the browns, and some playing cards. And that's about it. So I have not named it because I like for whoever may get it to name it themselves if they'd like. So we go inside, and there's a pocket here. This is just a pocket I created a long time ago. This is just an old postcard. This opens up. There's just a little journaling card in there. And another bit of ephemera, and this is actually a paper clip on there. This is a little tuck, a little pocket here, and then on the edge of this I just did some collaging on the strip here. I used some Tim Holtz people there and some other bits, and just sort of did some collaging. And then this is a postcard printed on some vellum. This is some very old vintage paper from, it's Canadian. There's O Canada on here and a bunch of other songs. Then on this page is some envelopes that I did. I have a video on this way back somewhere, and just put an old picture on there. There's a doily. Inside is just some extra writing paper. And then on the other side is a postcard. So that goes there. Sorry, did I say that was a little altered paper clip there? And then lots of room for blank pages for writing or journaling. This has a little pocket. Inside there is just a piece of ephemera. Some old music paper. This is ledger paper. I just folded the corner down. And then this is some ephemera that I put in there. Some very heavily coffee stained tracing paper. So here again is another vintage photo that I took, and then went through the same process with the this pattern paper. And so another little handsome gentleman there. And then I just sewed around this one as well. And then I got book page back there. And then you flip this open, and I have created a pocket here. This is some vintage ledger paper. This is actually an envelope that I attached so that it could flip out. And then inside the pocket I have, this is a table runner or some sort of thing that I purchased at a thrift store, and cut it out, and I just put it in front of this tag here, attached it at the top, and that goes in that pocket there. And then there's just a little envelope that goes in there. And then same thing on this page. I just put some book page down, a little bag there, and then just another piece of ephemera with another one of those pieces from my table runner that I got. Some more vintage book or music paper. And then on here I have, one day I went through I had a whole bunch of scraps, and I finally got to clean my craft room. I'm so happy. I reorganized a little bit because I found that I wasn't using things in my journals like I wanted to, and that was because I was a little, it's going to sound real funny, I was a little too organized, and I put too much stuff away, if you know what I mean. So it wasn't around me, and I would forget that I had it, or just didn't think of it to put into my journals. And I'm admiring everybody else's journals and wondering why don't mine look the same? Well, it's because I put everything away. So I organize it in a way that I have it beside me, and it's more easily accessible, and I know what I have, so I'm able to put more things into my journal now. But So I had a bunch of scraps, and I just sat here and I made little books, just with extra sheets of paper and a bunch of things that I could use because I didn't want to throw away scraps and stuff. This is just an altar paper clip that I made just recently, just layering up some bits of stuff. So I feel much better about my craft room now. Because it's pretty sad when you keep buying things and then you just never use anything. Or making things, you know. This is a copy of some old ads. There's ads on there on old paper. And some vintage lace. And there's another pocket. I just put some ephemera in there. Coffee stain paper. This is one of my envelopes that I made. Extra writing paper in there. Okay, I think the next page is kind of my favorite. I had fun with this. Sorry about the glare, because there's glossy accents on there. So what I did was I had a vintage photo, well, a print out of these lovelies here. Hard to tell. I think they're boys. I was kind of going with the boy theme here, so I'm gonna just say they're boys. And I cut the photograph out into a circle, and then I have some canvas back there that I stamped an image sort of almost looks like I did some sewing around there, but it's actually just a stamp. And then I put glossy accents over the photograph to give it that sort of old photograph look. I put it on a doily, and then I just embellished here a little bit. There's a vintage button. And I left the top open, and oops, and I just added some extra little goodies inside of it. I love the way it turned out. I really would like to make some more of these. These were fun. Some more writing room. Some more ads. This was another project that I have a video for. It's just two tags together, and you leave the side open, little pocket, and then inside there I just have another pad with paper. And that goes in there. And then there's a little pocket here, just with some more ephemera. And then this flips up, and this is also a little pocket. I haven't put anything in there, but you could if you would like. Some more music paper, and then on here, this is one of those napkins, a recent video that I did. I got some napkins, so I Mod Podged the napkin down to this little file folder card that I made, did some sewing around the edges, and attached it here. There's that tracing paper again. Ledger just has a little postcard ephemera in there. Oops, I guess I forgot one. There's a little pocket here, but I can put something in there. Oh, I think I was going to put this in there. One of my little canvas postcards that I made. I'll have to put something else in there too. And then on this page I just have a time card. So what I did with this time card is you can open it here like that and close it up. And then when you turn the page, you can open it up here. So I just glued it down. I just glued it down to this side. so that it could open up here and open up here without falling off. But I still put a paper clip on it to keep it closed. There's some more of that Canadian song page. Some room for writing, and then the back is just a pocket. I put some vintage ledger on there and just a couple of pieces of ephemera. And that's it. That's the back. So I really had fun with this. So now that I have some of these made up, I will make a few more sort of vintage style journals with those. And that's it. So if there's anything in here that you would like to know more about, or something that you would like to see, just let me know in the comments below. And please go check out Sigita's video for how she did these. A really, really simple process, but very effective. So that's it, you guys. So I'll be back hopefully soon with another video. Take good care, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.